Hello there. My name, as always, is Uni-ko Erra. How are we doing tonight? We are the Data VTuber, and tonight, we, assuming any of this decides to, oh, there we go, work out, we are going to be doing something we're not too keen on doing, finishing Iron Lung. Which for the potentially uninformed, this is our submarine. This is our, shall we say, home away from home, not by our own choosing. We are fully welded in, and we've been sent to explore a blood ocean because all of, I suppose, previous human life has been essentially bye-bye. Or most of it. Anything that was on a planet, I think it was. So, we've got our little control panel here. We've got our numbers. And let's figure out where the fuck we are. Last we were here, we were accosted by some son of a bitch out here. And we're not entirely sure if that's saved or not. Doesn't... Okay. So, we've got all 9 out of 10 of these left, and let's just see if us going forward does anything undesirable. Really, this whole situation is just undesirable. Yep, there it is. There it is. We're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna keep going. Nope. Nope. Fuck this. We will... Okay. That's annoying. That's more annoying than anything. So we're just gonna not look at this. Yep. There it is. Okay. We're fine. We're fine. Oh, noises. Is the picture still up? Nope. It's fine. We're fine. Okay. Oh, okay. That's not great. So, we are right at y-axis 700. So we should be fine, but that... We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. This is all fine. A lot of stuff is happening. Lights flashing. Stuff is beeping. Oh, slowing down, and... What? Creaking. Creaking is not great. Creaking is not great. We're going to ignore that for the time being. And we're going to point 550. So, oh, look at that. We've only got 50 or so left. So, we'll just head right up there. Head on up. No stopping. What, if anything, is out here? Oh, I don't like any of this. Don't like any of this at all. Okay. Oh, gosh. Oh, it's fine. Oh, gosh, there's a lot of noises. There's a lot of noises out here. not all of them sound like creaking. Not all of... This is fine. This is fine. We're all good. We're making our way up there. No problem. Okay. Oh, a little past it. Just a little past. Nice, even 550. Okay. We're doing fine. Alright, we are at 550. Oh, no, wait. We want to be 575 would be better. We get up there, 700. 550 would have been... We're right. Okay, yeah. So, we're gonna go another 25. No big deal. Fine. Gonna go another 25. What are these? Feet, meters, yards. Another... Oh! That's not good. That's not good. So, we've got... How much oxygen is this? If we're at... If that's 100% oxygen, that means we've got like a quarter of it left, right? That's what we're gonna... That sounds right. That sounds accurate. But then this thing is a full piece of shit. So, who knows? Who knows? This thing is probably not designed with hull integrity as a particular concern. Alright, fuck this, fuck this, fuck this. Just, that's good, that's fine. Oh, yes, we know you're creaking. This is full up to, like, at least our waist or something. If we don't hurry, are we gonna fucking drown? Oh god, it's drowning in blood. That's the way to go. 750. We want to go... Alright, 750. $750, and then it's like a little more, we'll say like a 50-degree turn. Yeah, okay, we know you're out there. We know you've made yourself very known to us. It's fine. Just be chill for like 5 fucking minutes. Oh, gosh. This was a good idea when we first conceived of it. It'd be a great little joke. We'd fuck with Yana a little bit because they hate fish. So we thought, oh, it'd be very funny if we played a game where you're stuck in a sub underwater, wouldn't it? Tons of laughs. Oh boy. Then our dumbass neglects to remember that, hey, we're mentally intertwined. Your fears are their fears and vice versa, so... Okay, what point do we even want to get to? We want to get to point 650 and y 775. So once we get up to 775, we'll just cruise on a nice 90-degree angle. What happens if the blood obscures the controls? Are we full screwed then? Yeah, we know. Just shut the fuck up. 5 seconds. We're right on the cusp, right on the precipice. Oh, this... Never again. This is the last time we mess with anything having to do with being underwater. Okay. And then, what was it? 675? Is that 675? Yeah, because that's 700. Okay, so just a straight shot. So we're at 775. So it should be good. Yep, look at that. Oh gosh. Well, the creaking has slowed down. So that's a plus. It's definitely a plus. Okay. No, that's just the other wall. We're getting close to it. Okay. Okay, just what is that? Sticks? 775. And then we want to go 675. We're good. So we want to go full tilt, 0 degrees. Well, if we're gonna die, we're gonna be precise when we do it. 828. Okay. 828. That is the X, right? X7 675. Yep. 828. Okay. Yes, that's the wall. We know. It's the wall. Okay. We're cruising. It's fine. 828. So we've got 50. Oh shit. Oh, we don't want to do this. We don't want to do this. Oh, there's a thing. There's a thing again. 828. What is that? What is that? We shouldn't be there yet. Oh. What the fuck is this? What the... Expedition ultimately raised more questions than answers. Satellite images showed pieces of the SM-13 scattered all over the bottom of the trench, as though it had been torn apart by some huge beast. The wreckage cannot be reached at this time. No photographs have been recovered. The stars shine pale as bones. The moon is a lifeless corpse. Its ocean a gaping wound. The universe, what's left of it, is dying. But somewhere in the void there is hope. Is there? Is there fucking hope? That didn't look like hope to me. That... Oh, son of a bitch. Oh my fucking god. Oh. So that's it? Fucking yay. Alright. Oh. Well, we are going to need a moment. Is there a way? Give us 1 to 5 minutes to chill the fuck out. And we also want to see... Well, we're just gonna fucking Google it. Now that we've been through that bullshit, there has to be a way to get that last one, isn't there? There's gotta be. So, because Iron Lung doesn't play nice with OBS, we're gonna just slap this up. And give us 5 minutes, chill the hell out, and then look some stuff up. We will be back and we'll see if we can fucking do something about this. Get something with that last mark. Because that's gonna bug us. Okay, we are back. So, willingness aside, it looks like if we were to go to the last location first, that might do it. We're not sure we want to go back in here at all, but we've got some time to kill, essentially. So let's see if continue does anything. But first of all, no, we're just right back where we were before, and we don't want to be back where we were before. So new game, fresh, and with no fish motherfuckers around. Decades ago, every known star on habitable planet vanished, leaving only those who were on space stations with their starships. This event became known as the Quiet Rapture, with supplies dwindling and infrastructure crumbling. Survivors are searching for any trace of natural resources in a universe of barren moons lit by the ghost light of vanished stars. One such moon holds a strange anomaly, an ocean of blood. You are a convict tasked with exploring this anomaly in a makeshift submarine nicknamed the Iron Lung. It was not designed for this depth, so you'll be welded inside, and the forward window will be closed. There will be no time for training. There was no time for training. If successful, we earn our freedom. Yeah, so that's a fucking lie. Let's see, press any key to continue. Can we hit the back key and not have to deal with this bullshit?
Beginning your descent.
Hmm.
Cruising depth in roughly 40
Cruising
seconds.
depth.
Stand by. I'm seeing some voltage irregularities in the instruments, so keep an eye out for sparks or flames or anything like that. Approaching maximum depth. The hull's feeling it, but it's still holding strong. Closing porthole shielding. We're starting to lose radio signal. You'll be at cruise depth soon, so refing and be careful. You're on your own.
This is fucking bullshit. Why do we do this to ourselves? Why are we doing this to ourselves? My fucking safety fire extinguisher didn't even do anything. Motherfucker, how are you supposed to... Oh, we don't even want to go back here anymore. Ugh. Our legs are full, like, shaking right now. This is not an expedition. Yeah, we know, motherfucker. We know. Oh, I don't even look at this motherfucker. Okay. First point of order. Get to... Where are we? We're at 1... Why do they start us off at such a shit location? 182 X 116 Y. That is the most garbage location. So let's get to a nice 150 first of all. What a garbage fucking thing to do. You know, cut it out with the saving and progress crap. 175, not 180. Oh, that'll be better. So, 175. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Okay, and nice and zeroed out, or as good as we're going to get at least. And then we want to make our way up to Y200. So, we should be good because we're at 175. Yep, 175. So we should, even if stuff flashes, we should be good. I'm still going to check the map because we are stressed out about this shit now. 200. Why 200? We're gone. Well, at least on a brighter note, we have finally got our capture card working, and consequently, we will be able to hook up our consoles to our computer now, so we are able to get some gameplay footage from those. So, in the, well, next week, our schedule should be, we should be able to fill it out with some other games. And then, of course, we're going to be continuing with our chatting as well. We had a lot of fun doing that, so we figured we might as well continue. Okay. We want to get to 300.300. Yeah. And thankfully, only... Actually, we don't think any of the games that we're going to be playing... Well... Yeah, right there. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. None of the games should be really horror games. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. What we were thinking about doing, obviously we're going to be playing a few sci-fi games, or sticking mostly to that. And because Yana and ourselves are broke as fuck, and also we don't want to update, we are going to be doing a bit of Star Wars, probably Star Wars Battlefront and Squadrons. As far as multiplayer goes, we'd prefer not to do multiplayer games at all. But we aren't really a fan of hero shooters, or any sort of game where, like battle royales, where if you die, then that's it for you for the entire game. It's just not a whole ton of fun for us, especially when we play solo queue. You know, just being paired up with randoms and then having to deal with that whole can of worms. Whereas Squadrons and Battlefront, they're almost the same. Oh, I wish they were the same. That would have been very satisfying. But as far as Battlefront and Squadrons, you know, they're the kinds of games where, especially Battlefront, in the 40 player modes, you just throw bodies at the objectives until you either win or you lose, right? There we go. Then point there and directly up to 300. So yeah, we're going to be doing Star Wars. We really do genuinely, we're playing those games just because, well, obviously we like them, and we are a little, or we wouldn't go as far as to say we're necessarily good at them, but we do usually have a good time playing them. And again, yeah, okay, fuck off. You stupid. 45. 45. Yeah, so we have a good time playing them at least. And they don't sick giant fish on us, so that is definitely a plus in our book. And yeah, like we said, it's just a good time. We just throw bodies at the wall until our objective is complete or the game ends. All right, 75 and 25. And other than that, other than Star Wars Squadrons and... Oh, there we go. Battlefront. We were also going to do a couple horror games. Probably not as soon as we'd like to. We have... Oh, we fully forgot what the name of it is. Some Lovecraftian horror game. Not Scorn, not that body horror kind of deal. But one very clearly inspired and taken after the Lovecraftian mythos. Okay. It's a very loud crash, so hopefully we don't do that, because we are not in a position to be jump scared again. Oh, shit. Just as we say that. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's not helping. That's not helping. Oh, we're so fucking... No. Alright, 25. We should be good. And then where do we want to get? We want to get to point... What is that? X5... We'll say 560. Nice 560. And then what were we... Right, the game in question... Oh, give us a moment. We'll think of it. But very horror-driven game. We want to replay Until Dawn. Is that the OST or is that a thing? And not necessarily horror, but games. There are a couple games that we've played that give us sketchy vibes. One that we're super excited to actually be able to get around to is a game called The Swapper. We've had it for ages now, but just never gotten around to finishing. So, and it's got the super interesting art style. We're not 100% sure on this. Don't exactly 560, right? 560. That's where we're going. 560. Okay. We think it was made... No. Fuck you. Fuck you. It was made, using sort of like, not trash, but like old recycled stuff that normally one wouldn't really hang on to, as a lot of the background. Oh, gosh. We're never going to be able to click this fucking button again. Oh. But yeah, it's very, almost similar if you've ever had an I Spy book. Very similar vibes to that, how a lot of things are made with just trinkets and odds and ends that one might normally throw out. So we're super excited to be able to finally get around to finishing that. What is that? 75? So that would be 70. So 60 is probably right around here. 60 should be clear. Anywhere from 550 to 75 should be good. So we're just gonna full steam ahead and hope for the best. Because we are not going to chance going back to that fucking button. And where the hell do we even want to end up? We want to get to point Y500. Sounds good enough. So yeah, swapper, and then on account of a friend of ours. Yep, right around 400. Just gonna squeeze past, excuse us. Thank you. We were also recommended Hollow Knight, which not really sci-fi and definitely not horror, but they were very insistent that we play that eventually. So we might as well while we're out here. And yeah, no, not paying attention. No, not giving you the attention you want from us. Go to hell. All right. 500. Oh, we need to use the camera, don't we? Because we need to get through here somehow. Let's go to 515. Oh. Never want to touch another camera in our life as long as we live. Maybe that's an exaggeration, but... So it should be right around X... Where was it? X360-ish? And then what else? We had a couple other games. Oh, Sleeper Citizen or Citizen Sleeper, something along those lines. On our Switch, there's another game that we were super interested in, which does follow along the more sort of sci-fi style of games that we are mostly aiming to play. A bit of reminded us of Cyberpunk a little bit, Cyberpunk Red, and takes, from what we've read, pretty similar form to the actual TTRPG that Cyberpunk itself was based on, right? What was this again? This was 0.375? 0.375, okay. So we've not seen, again, a ton of gameplay because we don't want to get in and spoil ourselves. But it looks pretty interesting. And it's not a huge dent in Yana's wallet, so yeah, we thought we'd just give that one a go for a bit, and if we are hooked, we're hooked, you know, we'll hopefully be able to do a full playthrough, because there's nothing wrong with dropping games that you just don't really get into the mood of, but we also want to make sure... Fuck you. Can we just mute the whole thing? We unironically think that would help, but... that feels like cheating. That feels like cheating. If horror games that are reliant on sound for jump scares and shit, and just not even jump scares, just like, oh fuck that room, just the, oh we can't, no, can't hold the safety extinguisher and do this at the same time. If a game is reliant on sound to set the atmosphere and fuck you up mentally, essentially, is shutting the sound off cheating. Because the jump scares would still be effective, like turning around, well, maybe not the fire, but that bullshit that they hit us with would definitely be effective with or without sound, especially in a game like this where it's all just one area and you can't do shit. But everything else, like oxygen and the creaking and the noises and the blips and the steam, and that all is a little bit reliant on sound. So I feel like that's not exactly... Where are we? We're still at 5:15. Yeah, we might as well just do this now. It feels like it wouldn't be as effective without the sound. There we go. Perfect 0. Where do we want to stop? 5:50-ish. Let's put it a nice 5:40. We have no... Oh. We are at Y 5:37 already. Let's just push it as far as we can, huh? All right. 40. Oh. I feel like we're just gonna close our eyes forever. As long as we have to take a fucking photo. I will not be made a fool of again. Okay, I think we nailed it, honestly. We're just gonna cruise on forward, and then we're gonna cruise to the left. Not to the left. Not the left. We're going to the right. I'm not sure if it counts as strictly science fiction, but it is another thing that we'd be happy to do and play, really. Okay, we are fully in the breach. Okay. Whatever fucking cartographer made this map should be on, not just fired out of the ship. Fired out of whatever ship that they are lounging on right now. While our ass is stuck in this goddamn coffin. Oh shit. We'll make our heading a bit. When are we safe? When are we safe? We are safe at Y 600 probably, but we won't feel secure until we get to Y 625. We'll just say it right now before we fucking lose it. Bionicle. We've had on our Steam wish list at least, there is a Bionicle game, fan project. Shit. That... Oh yeah, we'll most likely crash into that. That we've been keeping an eye on. Yana, in their youth, in our previous years, past years, full crash into this. Okay. Yeah, that one feels like it's going faster. Bionicle fans, we had the books, or a lot of books. We had a couple? No. We had the later two movies. We had Metro Nui and the Web of Shadows movies. Okay, we should be good. And I mean, it's just a really cool series in general. Again, not sure it exactly fits under the purview of our sort of science fiction vibe that we're trying to shoot for. But they're bioorganic robots, so we're gonna call it good enough, basically. We were definitely headed somewhere with this train of thought before this game continually just sort of mind broke us. We'll get there. We'll get back there eventually. There was definitely a point. It's definitely a point. What the fuck was the point? Oh well, we'll get back to it. Let's see. So we should be good about now. Yeah, we should be good. We're just coming out of the breach, it looks like. Okay, fuck you. And then we want to be just below 700, so 695. Why? Oh, 695. Should be good. 695. Oh shit. Can we just... Fun fact. When people burn to death, usually it's not the actual burning part that kills them. Usually it's the shock induced from, well, obviously being on fire that gets to them well before the actual flames do any lasting damage, which makes a bit of sense, right? You know, the only thing that being burned would really hurt is your externals, like your skin, your eyes, hair. Oh. We want to be just below, so 6, like 75, 80, 90. I want to be right about, we'll say 94. We'll say 93.5. We'll split the difference. So yeah, because all your internals, all the squishy, mushy bits that keep humans alive, those are, well, as protected as they will be when on fire, you know, as protected as they can be at least. And what point again? 700, 575. So there's no real, well, not to say there's no real harm being done when someone's on fire, because again, they're on fire, but not mortal life-ending harm in pretty much every way, right? Because your heart, your lungs, diaphragm, your intestines, stomach, brain, all those organs are separated. So it's all the, you know, don't listen to us and take any medical advice because we don't know what the fuck we're talking about most of the time. So we're not 100% sure how shock and all that works and feels, you know, we're going to ignore that. We're going to full ignore that until we get to point... Not even until we get to point... what point are we getting to? 575. 575. You can fuck right off, sir. Can we crash into it? Because it feels like this speeds up. The blip speeds up very slightly if we start cruising. So if we just go very slow, we better not unlock another fucking ending doing this shit. Oh no. We can't even. I mean, immense props to the developer of this game. They've gone and fucked us up right real good. So we'll just kind of mosey along. Moseying along. You can chill the fuck out. Ain't nobody wanna see your ugly ass on this camera. Certainly not us. And again, this motherfucker, this absolute bastard of a fish, has caused us to lose our train of thought. Shock, right. Speaking of, am I right? So don't take any medical advice from us ever, because we don't fully understand how humans work anyways. And we're not sure how shock works, but it is the shock that usually does kill a person when they're burning. We don't know how. And personally, we're basically fine settling for saying it does psychic damage. But that's what takes like the toll on the brain and on the systems that like the nerves, I suppose. Human nerves. Most likely both the physical nerves and the mental ones. Can't imagine being set alight is particularly fun. And yeah, so there's your morbid fact for the day. Burning alive doesn't actually, well, burning is not the source of death. Suffocation is not an area of expertise for us, though. So we wouldn't be able to see or tell how that, or what effect that has on the human body. Alright, so this son of a bitch is still in front of our sub. They're very persistent. We will give them that. And we still need to make it to point 575, and we are not going to give this motherfucker any attention until we get there. So, we will just continue on and hope that crashing into this thing isn't a possibility. Oh, I swear it speeds up. Oh, and there's the blood. He's not even hit us yet. He's not even hit us yet. This boy is cheating. Breaking our sub, not even touching us, by doing nothing. In a way, it's almost inspiring. If we could be... Oh. Is it just full, not even... Okay. Go to hell, then. If we could be half as successful at everything we did by doing the same amount of work that they did, that would be incredible. This asshole's just sitting outside our sub, doing literally nothing to us at this moment, and they're already flooding it. Amazing. Incredible work. I really must applaud you. Okay, so we are what were we saying? 575, right about here. And we are, let's just go up to 0.700. And at this venture, we'll go up just to 750. All right, nice and simple. And again, we are waist high in this blood. And again, we have to question, is this actually human blood? And where did it come from? And there's no way this human blood is, like, clean, right? Like, disease-free. So, if the oxygen levels dropping doesn't kill us, if that boy doesn't kill us out there, if drowning in this doesn't kill us, very likely that catching something from all this might. So that's going to be an issue at some point, but we're just going to ignore that for now. What heading did we take last time? We were about 60 degrees-ish. 60 sounds reasonable. Let's just get up to 775. And then we'll basically... Well, again, it feels like we're just gonna crash into them. We go too fast in that direction. Oh. That's a wall. That's a wall. We don't want to hit the wall either. This motherfucker, we can't even hear the blips of the walls. Over this guy looking for attention. It's just like one of Yana's exes. Couldn't hear anything over their cries for attention. Alright, now we want to get... Where are we getting? We want to get to point X... 675. Okay, that's doable. Might be a little slow, but that is doable. We just need to make sure not to crash into this boy and die before we can do so. And, oh. Wonder if we can... No, can't pick up the note still. Okay, can't pick up the note. Wouldn't make sense if we were able to. That'd probably be all wrinkly and shriveled from, or mushy, at least, from all the blood in here. It's actually incredible that that note has not floated to the top. That must be some dense paper that they've got out on space stations. Okay, calm down, just for... So, assuming for a moment this doesn't work, that going to the last point here first doesn't actually not trigger the ending, and we get face to face with Fish Boy out here. Assuming that was not accounted for, what happens if we take the picture, right? Because it's supposed to be scripted that we take the picture, they get their glamour shot here, and then shit starts to go down. But in the event, well, I guess we... Oh no, because we're going north now. Okay, so we don't even have to take the picture of them. So, if that is the case, that this automatically just triggers, then that would be the end, right? Wonder if it just... Interesting. We'd love to look at the code of this and see... really pull apart what makes this game tick. Because it's not... I mean, not to, again, disparage the developer. They've done a fantastic job. We have been fully nervous, even though this is the second playthrough that we've done. We managed to get us several times with the Steam and the blood and all the very upsetting noises out here. 28. 828. Okay. Okay, 828. We're just gonna line this up perfectly. 828, 675. That's good enough. And then the angle is 295. This is a pretty bare bones game, right? Not a lot going on, like from a modeling standpoint, I mean, imagine from a programming standpoint, because the only real things in here are trigger certain events at certain points. And then this is honestly probably the most advanced part of the game, right? When you're close to something, you know, these things begin to light up. So, again, we'd really just like to take a crack in here, take a look under the hood. Okay, what angle was this? 295. Okay. We're not looking forward to this. Moment of truth. Do we get the photo, or do we get jump scared? Oh. Okay. We get the photo. Okay. Incredible. So, in that case, now do we get jump scared? Well, if we get the photo. Oh, yep, there it is. Okay. Well, I don't know what you expect to do with this right now. The thing's already half full of blood, so I don't know what you're trying to accomplish at this point. The job is done. We're screwed one way or another. Okay. We're fine, though. We're fine. So we can get to it. But does the oxygen here... Well, now does that actually play any part? Because... hypothetically, you start down here, right? And you get all these, and then by the time you're up here, it's supposed to, like, be really bleak, right? It's supposed to be having a sub filled with blood, and your oxygen's supposed to be low, and you're leaking something. So then, in that case, it wouldn't matter where the oxygen is at, because the game just ends, right? But in this case, there can't be a monitor for that, right? Like, oxygen fully goes out and then you die. Well, let's just see how far we can get. But, we're looking, all these X and Y axes, they keep fucking us up. So we want to get 775, right? We always look at the Y-axis and think it's the X-axis and vice versa. That can't just be us, though, right? Because we remember, of course, this has to be taken with a grain of salt because we did fail math twice at one point. Isn't X usually on the up and down portion of a chart or a graph? I feel like that's not a crazy thing to say. Maybe that's just us, though. Again, for as much as someone should never listen to us for medical advice, we should be listened to even less in terms of help on maths. We would be far more confident in an operating room than we'd be in any sort of math test. Okay, and we want to get down to 600. So let's just go. Let's just go. Fuck the radar. If we crash at any point, that's it. Our job is done. We got the last one. We found out it was possible. And that's all we wanted from this run. And it only took us, what, half an hour? Oh, careful. Despite saying that, it's not pleasant crashing. Okay, we're at point 600. Right. 600. We're at 775. So we're right about here. So we really kind of just want to crank it a little more than whatever 45 degrees more than 180 would be. So that seems about right. And if our, yeah, we, honestly, aside from messing with our producer and playing a game that involves being underwater, which is something that they, again, do not appreciate. Whose bright idea was it having us play a game that involved heavily relying on coordinates, right? Like, there's no UI on this for us. These are literally just points on a map, and we're already lost. So, 574. This is how bad we are. We literally cannot take 2 steps without consulting the map. We're like Dora, only, well, Dora's a lot smarter than us, so we can't really rag on Dora. Dora goes on whole ass adventures and like basically beats down foxes on a daily basis. Well, it's probably one of those cases where we say, like where people say, oh yeah, we could fight a full-grown bear unarmed. And any person with any sense of rationale is like, no, you cannot. But we do feel confident we could survive in the wild for some time at least. Of course, that goes out the window if said situation where we fight a wild animal does come up. In that case, we would absolutely be screwed. Even just like, oh, a squirrel. Like, people look at us like we're crazy when we say we don't mess with squirrels, but we've seen too many videos of just squirrels going absolutely insane and ruining people's days. And yeah, we're bigger. We're bigger than a squirrel, obviously. We're human. We're human-sized, at least, and what the fuck? We've got that strength advantage going on as well. There's no question about that. The problem lies in squirrels being a lot faster than us and a lot more agile than us. So if a squirrel were to go absolutely insane, we wouldn't be fast enough to stop it. Not immediately. It would be able to do significant damage to us to the point where we'd have to probably go get like a rabies shot before we were able to, like, you know, grab it and like punt it into the forest again. But overall, a squirrel would 100% win the fight in terms of technical damage, if not outright KOing us. Never mind any other creature larger than a squirrel, like wolf, coyote. The only thing we have on foxes is that foxes are a lot more scared of people than we are of them, right? But again, if they just went nuts, that's it. That's the end. 673. Are we really that far down? We're about here, and then these Y coordinates. All right, X 558. 558. Then up Oh, X, or no, X, Y. Why, as in why are we fucking doing this? Okay, so we are full, like right here. Okay, that makes sense. Let's just straighten up in a northerly direction, and we want to get to point, what was it, 590? Or is it Y590? Or 690? Numbers. Honestly, it's surprising that we got that far down. We, with our calculations on just going, on just like what bearing we should be heading, it's honestly a miracle that worked out so well for us. So well that we exceeded where we needed to be. Okay, 700, 690 should be good. X doesn't really matter. So let's get to 325. So we'll just start cruising, I guess. We do want to straighten this out a bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. That's better. That's better. Oh. I mean, there was a full video we saw recently of a bear just going after a guy who was rock climbing. Like, almost full vertical face that this guy was on, and this bear just throws themselves at this guy, mouth agape, no thoughts in their stupid bear head, just looking for their next meal, right? We can't win against that. We can't. I mean, and we've played Far Cry. Well, not 3, but 4 and 5. Animals will fuck you up. An eagle? Oh, jeez. Thank the stars we don't live in places where eagles are frequently. Because that would trigger some immediate fight or flight mode. Eagles, out of all the enemies in Far Cry 4, eagles are, well, they're the second worst. The first worst are those goddamn fish. Again, fish are the bane of our existence. And it is tragic irony that we are still in this goddamn sub. So, maybe... Oh, gosh. We'd honestly be rather faced with Steve, the flesh monster from Carrion. Like, actual, full, like, grotesque, eldritch horror Steve and all their realistic glory, than have to deal with this. In situations where we'd have to deal with being in a game situation, facing down a giant flesh monster any day. Because at least with a flesh monster, we die on the land. There's no hope of fighting either. But this is dread. This is dread incarnate. And the autosaves. I think if in real life as well, if we were operating on game rules, right? Or we had set that up that way. 18. Autosaves only happen when something fairly significant and or dangerous is going to happen, right? If one day we just saw an autosave in like the bottom right corner of our vision, that would be probably low-key horrifying. So that means that's like some you're about to walk into the boss area kind of bullshit. And a little over a little under, a little over, a little under. What kind of... Honestly, actually, now that we're thinking about it, assuming that would not be presented in the form of, like, Dark Souls, sort of, you're about to face down, like, this awful amalgamation of, like, 10 different insects mixed with, like, pulsating sentient sludge. Having an autosave in real life would be amazing. Probably, like, you're getting called into your boss's office or whatnot, and then you figure out the correct dialogue choice to not be fired. Okay. Do we have to get this one? Because this is such a chore. This is honestly such a chore. 6:55. Fuck it. That, again, the cartographer of this map fired out the space station that they're living on. They did not do their job very well. Not well enough for me, at least. Like, what is all this grainy bullshit? Fucking... I mean, even we... Obviously, everybody does jobs they hate every so often. And even then, though, you gotta put at least a little effort into it. Just a little. Okay. So we are headed in a westerly pattern. And we want to stop right around 200. 200x. Gotta put a little effort in. Otherwise, you get the sack early when you could be making bank off of a bunch of idiots that don't know, at least need to look like you're working, right? We would never admit to slacking off on the job and not doing what is expected of us. You know, if we were given the opportunity to do so. 55 might be cutting it close, honestly. But if we die, we die. No, that's a little unfortunate, honestly. This whole thing. This light is not helping. So yeah, we never have ever slacked off and totally just secluded ourselves in a portion of the building that we worked in and just hid from our responsibilities, because that would be irresponsible. But at the same time, you know, if one were to do that, that's literally, again, like we were saying, what do we want to call this boy? We gave the flesh monster from Carrion a name. What does this remind us of? But yeah, making bank while doing nothing. That is a good feeling. If only we could actually apply that to things that mattered, like our hopes and dreams and desires and things we're trying to learn. Wouldn't that be nice? Because Steve's out here living... Not Steve. This isn't Steve. We need to figure something out. Because this fish boy... It's just out there living their best life, accomplishing their goals at... Well, no effort. No strain to themselves. And here we are, just literally barely keeping afloat, waist deep in fucking blood. And it's the pit. It's the absolute pits. So, Oh, son of a bitch. Which pipe was that? Which pipe was that? Oh, that's back there. Okay. Again. If that... Okay, first we need to decide on a name. And we also need to figure out where the hell we are and when to stop. X180. Oh, we're actually pretty close. Okay, that's pretty good. So what is a good name for a fish? We can't name it after something we actually like, because unlike Steve, the flesh monster from Carrion, this thing is our adversary. And we can't name an adversary after something that is good, or that we appreciate. Let's see. And we're getting the shakes again. Too bad they didn't... The shakes are different from scurvy, isn't it? Those are probably two different things. But regardless, it could have given us some food or a lemon to suck on or something. I mean, we're a convict according to the exposition dump at the beginning of this game, right? We should have had a last meal or something. Jeez, I forgot how intense this shaking was. Okay. We need to be at Y 576, so we do have to go in. No. Out. We need to go west, right? Yeah, 576. 576. Let's see, so definitely nothing. We could call it Orm, like after the Ocean Master. But Orm kind of was, like, cool in the latest season of Young Justice, so that feels wrong. What other fish media is there, though? Like, 180, and then angle 184. What if we just take a picture of it now? Hopefully it'll work. Okay. Orm. And Orm doesn't really convey the true terror of this absolute thing that we are dealing with. It changes. It's kind of like a sea urchin. Okay. Back north. Orm. Not Orm. Orm is the only thing I can think of, though. What's another fish? Another fish. No fish is coming to mind immediately. I mean, there's, again, from DC. What is it, Nanoe? King Shark? Okay, just full speed ahead. Maybe not. Nanoe. 170. Okay. Come on. We got this. We got this. And little jitter. Where the fuck are we? 277. And 633. There we go. 630. 625. 277. 633, so we're about right here. Now we have to go back into this breach. Oh, that's the worst one. Okay. So I think we were good with, what was it? It was about 360. 360x. I mean, maybe it doesn't have to even be a fish name, right? Because we named Steve, the flesh monster. We only named it Steve because it looks kind of like something that from Stranger Things, right? And obviously Steve is best boy in Stranger Things. Oh, saving the game. Hello. So, but again, we only named Steve because both Steve and Steve are great. I mean, one is the most developed character in a very good 4 seasons long show. And the other is an absolute menace that pushes its way through a laboratory to escape to its freedom. Both of those being, very good things. But this thing is not good at all. Oh, it's quite a conundrum. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a fish name, probably just the name of something that we really don't like, which is already fish. We don't like fish, but we can't name the thing fish because that would be reductive and not solving the problem at hand, which is we need to give the goddamn fish a name. Okay, I think that will definitely crash us. But if we get to 65, that might not. 670 or 67, cut the difference, almost. And then, yeah, we're trying to work it out for you, bud. We're trying to figure out a name. We're trying, okay? Yep, we got the flashing lights. That's off to our side. And it should be calming down any second now. Just a little bit. When do we know we've reached safety? About 550-ish. No, not 550. Yeah, 550. Okay, we should be looking, again, we're looking at the Y value when we should be looking at we're looking at the, we can't even say which value we're looking at wrong correctly. Oh, geez. It's a honest fucking miracle that we were able to make it all the way up to the top of the map in 30 minutes. That was probably record time for us, at least. Because otherwise, really? Are we there already? No way. 55? Are you serious? Okay. So let's just go to 25. Let's just go to 525. Because again, we don't know what to do with any of these coordinates. And we'll get to... Oh, let's just go to 520 now. Do 520, risk smashing the sub. And wrong way, we'll go straight 90. Oh, we could name the fish Math. We hate Math as well. Oh my gosh, why didn't we see that sooner? Math the fish. The 2 most disgusting things in the world. Oh, that's genius. All right, Math. We know you're out there. Oh, that might be the most happy I felt while also feeling like an idiot before. It was so obvious. It was right there the whole time. We've been talking about how much we hate fish and Math this entire time. It's just literally staring us in the face. Let's take a bit less then. Okay. 520. We just want to be at 520. Nice, even 520. Oh, beautiful. Perfect. We love a good, solid number. Because, again, once you start throwing decimals in math, we're fucked even with whole numbers. So let's make this as simple as possible. Yep, there's something there. That's probably a wall. That's probably that little divot right there. And we're just going to go on to what? 623, 623, 623. That's a big number. We can barely count to 6 as is, so 623 is quite the accomplishment. If we do say so ourselves, 623. And, alright. We are just about rounding up, rolling up on 623. What's the angle? 63? That's a lot of 6s and a lot of 3s. I'm gonna be honest, we might not remember. 63. No, that's the wrong way. It's fully the wrong way. And that's too much adjustment. Okay, 6, 2. Shut up, math. Okay, well, at least the rest of these are pretty much easy flying. Let me just get this one. This one's going to be the most difficult again. And we got some whale bones. Got a couple of those. Alright, so now we want to straighten out and just back it on out of here. There's no time for training, according to the exposition dump. I wonder if they have cars on the space station. I wonder if... That doesn't make sense, though. Because you'd be in reduced gravity when you're on a space station. So cars probably wouldn't be the best idea. But they've... Assuming these space stations are big enough for people to live on, because there's got to be like, I mean, the exposition said that there's humans like that enough where they like fully developed interplanetary travel and had space stations. So there's got to be like a pretty big colony on these space stations, right? So let's go to 70, 67, 67. 5, 6, 7. So there's got to be like some method of transit on these places. Right? So would that be like, I'd probably be some sort of, well, I want to say, I want to give humanity the benefit of the doubt and say like, oh yeah, they've totally mastered like hover technology by then, right? But their solution to sending us down into an ocean of blood was literally welding us in this fucking box and shutting off the window. So we also feel like that might be giving them too much credit. Okay. So we should be good. Oh, and we'll just hit Y277. Okay. That should be good. Yeah. They literally took a blowtorch to a pile of iron scraps and said, all right, hop in. And that was their solution. No, like, well, we're also supposed to be a prisoner. So, yeah, like we said last stream, we're literally a D-class citizen. Like, we are, if this was SCP, we would be on those front lines. And, oh, there's one of the walls. We would not be expected to make it back anyways. So, I guess this makes sense. I wonder what we're in prison for. I hope it was at least a cool crime. Not something like murder. Hope it was something like embezzling funds or stealing food for the homeless. That would be okay in our book. But anything else, anything violent that wouldn't be alright. Not that we, on an official standpoint, condone theft of any kind for legal purposes. I'm just gonna let that hang in the air, make sure that Susan and all the algorithm gods see that and don't flag me on some database. Okay, we are here and we want some nice even numbers. 277, well, they're not even, but we know what we're talking about. We know what we're about. And which direction is it? Up is, or to the east. So we can just, oh, well, we'll just turn this way anyways, and then just back up, right? That'll be, oh, no, and we can't do that anyways, because we just run our asses into that stone over there. Okay, but we're here now. Excellent, excellent. 43. Wrong way, again. All these damn numbers. Close enough. Okay. Oh, and there's math. Hello, math. Fuck off, math. Yep, look. We yelled at them and they fucked off. Perfect. Okay. I've got no idea where we're supposed to, what angle, because we're about right here, or exactly right here. And what's that? What would we say that is? That's a pretty steep one, so we'll just say go there. 613, 197. That's 613. We always look at the X at the bottom. Wait a second. The X is at the bottom. Why the fuck did they put the X at the bottom here and on top here? Oh. This developer, again, for all their incredible work, we are feeling extremely targeted by the design decisions implemented in this game. We are feeling especially singled out, and we do not appreciate the opportunities that they have created for us to fully make a fool out of ourselves. That's probably math again. Make a fool out of ourselves with utilizing nothing but our own lack of just general lack, we'll say. We're not going to be specific in what we lack. I think we can all tell. But we are at 613, and let's figure out where else was supposed to be 197. Oh, 197? Are you fucking kidding me? Okay. So we'll just crank this over to a sweet 90 and watch this first try. Yep, first try, like we said. 90 degrees, zeros, first try. Oh, wait a second. It's supposed to be Y. Wait a second. God damn it. We did it again. Okay, so which fucking direction are we supposed to go? 613. Nice solid 0. Now nice solid 0. 197. 197? So it's supposed to go up? Okay, fine. Math! Not now. We are having a crisis. For once, a crisis not necessarily brought on by you. 197. Are we sure that's a 9 and not a 6? Are we sure? They're basically the same number. They're basically the same number. We are going to start a petition to remove either 6 or 9 from existence for everyone, everywhere, including all alien civilizations throughout the universe. The concept of 6 or 9, one or the other, shall be terminated. Should have done that before we got exiled here. That would have been the best call, though we didn't really have access to those world building tools back when we were home. Well, it's going to be 2 over 2 under. Okay, close enough. What have we got this time? We've got a dead friend of math. Okay. Both the fish and the concept can stay that way. Okay. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Now, what's crazy, not necessarily crazy, but what is that, 25? We'll say 730, 730 Y, no, X, 730 X. Now, in the intervening time between the ending of the last playthrough at the start of the stream and collecting ourselves and doing some Googling and starting this second playthrough, we went on to the Steam page for this game, because that's where Google decided to take us when we were looking up if it was possible, to get that last point of interest. We didn't even want to be at 700. We wanted to be at 730, right? Yeah, 730. Why are we stopping? And there was somebody saying, God, math, stop interrupting us. That getting all the checkpoints took 45 minutes. Oh. That this was a 45-minute game. And we would like to know what kind of fucking giga-brained genius that person is to be able to get all these checkpoints in 45 minutes. I mean, because it took us, what, 15 minutes to get the final checkpoint from where we were, and then it took us half an hour to get from the bottom of the map to the top of the map, and that was 45 minutes alone. Out of this, how long have we been running? Hour and 46-minute stream? So this motherfucker, apparently, allegedly, is able to beat this game in 45 minutes. Unless there's like some secret to doing it. That doesn't sound feasible. And from the way they wrote the rest of their review, it sounded like they were just salty about, I think they mentioned cheap jump scares, which we disagree with. We think that all the sudden noises and everything, yeah, they are jump scares, but it's also like setting the proper tone. Like, you're in this actual metal coffin and shit's going wrong and there's nothing you can do about it. And that is definitely a sense of, like, that's terror inspiring, right? Maybe we're just soft. Maybe we need to toughen up our jump scare resistibility. Maybe that's it. 277. 277y, because the y-axis is on the opposite of the x-axis. 277. 275 is right about here, and we are x 731. So, oh, we overshot it. So we want to get to we'll say 260. 260, yep. And 750. 260 and 750. Two nice whole numbers. Yep, go away, math. 260 and 750. Oh, look at that. We are almost right on top of it. 260, 750, 751. That's okay. And then we crank this boy, and so we should be here. So we should just be able to go at a little less than that. And just kind of full force. Oh wow, okay. Immediately proven wrong. Oh. If we crash, we crash. We're flying by instruments. We're flying by instruments and we're going home for Christmas. Oh. How the fuck did we get something fully behind us? Okay, whatever. We're just going. We're going. We got it. That's math, isn't it? That was fully math. Okay. When have we reached safety-ish, relatively? At 0.800. Oh, hello, 0.800. It's very good to see you. We are also at 0.300. So, oh, we really shot in here, huh? Maybe that guy was just like super cracked at graphs and cartography and actually did get to this point. All 10 points in 45 minutes. Maybe we are the ones who are wrong. Doesn't happen very frequently, but it does occasionally happen. Okay, x 864, 864, and then we just swing a nice southerly direction, saving our progress. 864, 864, 864. Swing a southerly direction when we get there, and we'll just take a gander at this one, and then all the other ones should be pretty easy. Yeah, we only have 3 more. Okay. Actually, well, Y doesn't matter, because we're just going to be going full bore in a downwards trend. So, just got to adjust course. Good enough. And what is the point we should stop at? About 260, because we do not want to slam into the wall. Well, that would get us out of here a bit quicker. But, well, that sounds new. We don't remember that. What does that sound like? That sounds very similar to something. Like some sort of creature from another game. We just can't put a pin on it right now. What the fuck? Maybe from a show. It sounded like something like, not chittering, but Angle 209, wrong way. Nope, that was the right way. You had it the first time. What do we mean the first time? I didn't change directions. I just chose this way first, and it was correct because we knew it was correct. We had confidence in our answer. Hey. Don't know what that was. Don't know what that was. Well, we know what the sound was. That was obviously math. Beautiful. And we'll just back it up until we get to, again, 800? No, 300. Same difference, just cut in half. Just cut in half. And then, nope, we don't want to get there because we are looking at the wrong coordinate. Yeah, we are. Wait. Again, we're second guessing ourselves. Yeah, the more we second guess ourselves, the more convinced we are that one person got through the game in 45 minutes. Because they sound self-assured enough to the point where they did not second guess every decision they made ever. How nice that must be. 69, 70. That'll be as much as we get. Okay. And then our X value we want to reach is about 800. Okay. Oh, all right. Now we've only got 3 left. Now, what we read said that one of these middle ones triggers the ending. So it's basically impossible to get all locations done and photographed before the thing gets you. Speaking of getting you, oh my gosh, aren't we glad that this oxygen does not deplete and have an effect on us? That would have been, by all rights, we should fully have suffocated by now, if that gauge was accurate. But also, this submarine is actual garbage that they threw together, so it not fully working is not the most surprising thing. About some 50 is when we will be free of this particular hellscape. We don't want to go at a mostly westerly angle. Oh, maybe we do. Maybe we do. Maybe that would be a great idea. What X value? 750? We're so close. We're so close. Now we're going up. Now we're going up. Okay, 750. Oh, geez. Oh, gosh. Okay. We're good. We're good. We are great. We are fantastic. 250. We shall go down to 250. And we'll just have a blast down there. Okay. We're going to assume that was math again. And where are we? 576. 355. Oh, 576. 355. Okay, so let's go down to. Let's just go straight down to 325. It was actually unexpectedly helpful. Thank you, Matt. That will be the first and last time those words ever leave our mouth in any kind of context. Okay, 325. And We're just gonna even numbers, whole numbers, at least, maybe not even. Same difference. Who cares? We certainly don't. Then we crank it over to the left or the west, whatever it looks like left on my thing, and in the background we hear the distant cries of angry math, and we need to get to 0.378x. And we are just going to full tilt. Go ahead. All right. 358. Right? Well, there are a lot of numbers in there to memorize, so 358. We're just cranking along. 358. Okay. Ah. 358. I wonder what exactly possessed these people to not put in actual controls. Like, there's literally 2 valves right next to us. 3. This feels like a very overly complex system when there could have been something much easier for our small brains to operate. Let's go 375. 375 just to give us a little clearance. Oh, 370. Good enough. But who... Surely, in a society of space-dwelling space stationeers, is what we're going to call that, this setup must have cost or used way more resources than just having a steering wheel here, right? Like, they could have just stuck in the axle and the shaft and the wheel and had all this taken care of, but instead they put a whole panel with buttons. That just doesn't make any sense to us. Okay, we are here. Angle 50. Long way. Again. Angle 50. That is... Oh, we do need to be a bit closer. Or farther. Well, closer. So 90 degrees. Close enough. What was this value? 378. Okay. 378. One more. There we go. And again, angle 50. So we want to go back. Okay. Now, okay. These are some kind of rocks. Again, that's what those were. And then, which one do we want to go for first? This one's a little bit closer. We could honestly just do a 180 here and probably be fine. Maybe a bit more than a 180. That seems like... Yeah, we'll cut it back that way a bit. Because we want to be at X 322. So. 322. Oh. We are not looking forward to experiencing the ending of this twice in the same day. Twice within a little over 2 hours. 3:22. I'm pretty sure we overshot that. Again, this is a fantastic game with how the developer set the mood and the ambiance and all this, and executed, in our opinion, a very good existential horror game. But fish, it had to be fish. Like Indiana Jones, it had to be snakes. It had to be fish. Okay, 186 is target here. 187, 186, just a little more. And you know what? We're gonna make both values just under. Or is that over? No, we refuse. We refuse. Okay, 33. Angle 33. 33. Oh, no. I'm going to make it under. That's 32. And up. We're going to take it. We're going to take it. We can't usually get the angle right, so. More rocks. These scientists are like Yana when they were a child. Fucking rocks everywhere, huh? You just really like these goddamn stones. Okay, so we're up there. So we should cut it about here. We get to point 275 and 350. 275 Y 350. And we should be good. 275 Y, 275 Y, and 350. So almost there. And thank the stars that this blood has not gone up. Must be another, like the oxygen, where it's scripted to stop, or scripted. And up to, well, we're at 350, so we can go up to, we'll say 280, and then we'll cut it at whatever the opposite, or the mirror of a 45-degree angle is, and then we will, well, there's nothing else to do but accept what is to come. 280. Okay. Yep, we get you, math. We get you. Okay, so we are indeed. Yep. Yep, we get you. We get you. So it really should just be this angle-ish. And maybe we should just, no, we're not gonna do it. We're not gonna just run into a wall. Willingly, at least. Don't take our words for guaranteed ever. Because even when we know what we're talking about, you know, sometimes it just ain't gonna work out. But we will try. Oh, shit. Right as I pull up the map. Of course it's right as we pull up the map. Okay. What is the good numbers? The good number is 275. X 275 is the good number, and x275, and last one. All right, so we just need to get up to y400, 406 actually, and I'll just make this nice and quick. Okay, y406, 406. Now, I wonder what the valves in front of us do. Saving progress, there it is again. Saving fucking progress. Okay, 406. And just gonna line it up perfectly. Some staticky bullshit going on somewhere. X5, 259, not 529. That is way a ways. 259, right? 259. Okay. We can do 259. That is not a problem. No problem. 259. So we just gotta cruise it. 259 over here. And then angle 296. Beautiful. Son of a bitch. Oh, son of a bitch. They couldn't even wait for us to take a step. We were gonna grab the safety fire extinguisher. Oh, God. Oh. Again, the expedition ultimately raised more questions and answers. Satellite images showed pieces of the SM-13, the Iron Lung, scattered all over the bottom of the trench as though it had been torn apart by some huge beast. The wreckage cannot be reached at this time. No photographs have been recovered. The stars shine as pale as bones. The moon is a lifeless corpse, its ocean a gaping wound. The universe, what's left of it, is dying, but somewhere in the void there must be hope. I don't know. Not if shit like that is out there. Not if math exists in fish form or conceptual form. We thought it would at least trigger when we went to the room. Not just when we full turned around. Okay. We see how it is. Alright. Now, on that note, that's the second time we've seen that. Once was more than enough. And that is the full game. So, if you've made it thus far, thank you. And if you've made it thus far without flinching at any point, we congratulate you for being a much braver soul than ourselves. But that will be it for tonight. We will be back next Thursday, as always. Again, we've got our capture card running, so we will be seeing something new on the schedule. At least one new thing. Probably going to be playing the Swapper, just because that, unlike this, is a relatively chilled out experience. If a little eerie, but again, next Thursday, we will be back 7 p.m., same time as always. Feel free to give us a follow on our Twitter, twitter.com/uni_erra. You can find all our scheduling and when we go live there. But again, thank you, and we will see you next time, and we hope you have a good morning, good day, or good evening, wherever you are. Oh. No, we need to chill the hell out. Oh, that sucked.